you in a green spaceship?
You're always out to get me, aren't you?
No, I'm not. No. I'm genuinely curious. Like, why are you in a green spaceship? Like, for what reason? Why in a green spaceship? Or are you in a green room or something? Or are you in the
Yes,
green room?
I'm in a green room. I'm just trying to work out my camera issues.
Wow. So I actually thought you were actually in a place because I thought you were in a place with football stuff and everything. So that's all fake. Basically, it's not real. You're not actually in that place. It's
Football is fake. It's behind the green screen.
Like the dude to my bottom left. So guys, yo man, Devil, how have you been?
So, good man, good. Yeah, I can't complain. Keeping safe.
Keep it safe. Don't worry. Your secret is safe with us, man. Because it gets, unless you want to announce the stuff, we wouldn't say anything. But all I know is that in a few months, things are going to change for. I don't know whether, but
well, you know what?
Luckily, he wants to make that thing.
Luckily, I've spent most of my younger days not sleeping, so I've kind of trained for this. I won't be getting much sleep. So.
Basically, okay, I don't want to order something, but I'm just remembering just some days with my auntie and so forth and a certain cousin. Wild. Those nights, because I remember those nights were wild because I remember when they were born, those nights were wild. Nix, what's up?
I got a question, and it's some of your comment viewers said the same thing. Have you been polishing your head?
Look, man. We're going bold. No, look. Look, man.
Wait. If you came to my school with that, you will get one clout around your head.
Basically, shout out to no. You know what? I'm going to expose him.
That's
William Island. This weirdo, and it just shows you how crazy kids are when they're young. This weirdo used to lick his hand and slap it on my thing, and I was like, "What the heck? What?" And he would just like, "What are you doing?" Look,
wait, you were bald in school?
What?
You were bald in school?
Oh yeah, no. I used to sometimes go bald. I was like, you know what? Let me just go. But it wasn't just bald. No. I went bald. I wasn't bald. I went bald. So those are two very, very different things.
And now you are bald. So you bald.
No. Now I am bald. It's like if I try to grow hair, I look like
when you did have hair, you didn't appreciate it, so they took it off you.
Maybe that's it. No. I think what it is that people used to go Afro man, and then I saw okay, are they being racist or something? So like I was actually like a bit insecure having an Afro because they used to sing Afro man. So yeah,
as one of the many singers greater than Beyonce once said, "Shine bright like a diamond."
Wow. Wait, so you think Rihanna's a better vocalist than Beyonce?
Oh, she's just better at everything.
Oh no, she's not a better. No, she's a better artist. She's not a better singer.
She's better.
So she's not a better singer. I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan. Javen, how have you been? Man?
I've been good. Just literally finished work as soon as I joined this hangout. So yeah, I got a few things to do after this hangout's done. But yeah.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
So just to remind the guys again, remember in the description box below you can follow your boy Nix and your boy Devil on Twitter. Remember to join our Patreon. We'll be trying to post some more stuff on Patreon. Wait, Nix, aren't you supposed to be posting like some United nonsense about that your nonsense team?
I recorded them today, so I'll send it on today. And yeah, they'll all be up. Bring them out. Don't do them all at once.
Okay, all right. So look, man, let's get down to now. So I suppose the first place to start, if we really want to sort of go back, because this week, lots of us happened this week, it's been quite an eventful. So let's just really go back. And it was Thursday, wasn't it? Thursday. A interesting game took place. Now, you see, this is something where I wish I had like we were like in a studio so we could have like a thing of like I say, Javen, can you play back like Monday's episode again and sort of can you just remind? Oh wow, he actually got the shirt. He actually got the shirts. What? You see, that just shows how much of an egoist you are, basically, because you still believe your own hype. You actually got, Javen, man, your arrogance, man. You are first of all, so first, your arrogance, you don't appreciate and you don't environment your daughters.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Crazy. So, Devon Nix, can you remind the audience what you said about Chelsea, Man City last week, please?
And Javon, can Javon remind as well? Because I mean, he was
yes.
Javen, Javen, can you please remind the audience what you said?
Yes, I know. I said we were going to get pumped. I said we were going to get pumped. I wasn't confident, but we didn't get pumped. It is what it is.
If I remember correctly, I said Chelsea were going to win. So
you don't remember correctly?
I'm pretty sure I said Chelsea were going to win that game.
I think you've got something brave.
I'm not too sure about that. No. Oh, okay, so please come, guys. Okay, so Devil, what did you say about that?
To be honest, I thought Man City were going to win that 2-1. I said 2-1 Man City. But you know what? Fair play to Chelsea. Fair play. They like to ruin people's title chances. They've done it. What is that? They did it to Spurs, famously, and they've done it to City now as well. Even though we all knew City were never going to catch Liverpool, but, you know, they done it to Liverpool as well. Yeah, of course they did it to Liverpool as well. Yeah. So they like to be the spoilers. And do you know what? I think we always talk about Lampard and a certain someone in here doesn't seem to rate him and thinks that he's not the right man for the job. But this is another big result for Frank Lampard, you know, and he's making the right decisions and he's getting results. You saw it again in the FA Cup, which we'll go on to later, where he might not necessarily get it right at first, but he made a change, made quite a brave change, and won the game due to that. So you have to say hats off to him and hats off to Chelsea for a good result against Man City, which, apart from the title race, really helps them in their race for the top 4 as well, which is obviously more important for Chelsea than anything else. So yeah, fair play. I was wrong. Chelsea proved me wrong. And all I can say is fair play. They deserved it.
Okay. Next.
I'll tell you, like, obviously, I predicted, Man City were going to win. I think I said...
You said 3-1.
Was it 3-1? I thought it was 2-0. Remember. And I mean, I just didn't account for Benjamin Mendy. I just didn't, because what the hell was that? What the hell was that? And you know what?
No, look, man, it happens, man. It happens.
Can I speak?
No, it's happened. Okay, no. Give Chelsea their credit. So, give Chelsea their credit, please.
Can I speak? Okay, thank you. Like, the first thing, what were you doing? That stupid pass. And not only is the pass was so bad, then you go and dive in on Pulisic when all you have to do is stand him up and show him down the line. It was terrible. Terrible defending. Benjamin Mendy's nicking the living. Absolutely nicking the living. Because he ain't done nothing since that Champions League run with Monaco. Since then, he has just been croc after croc after croc. He puts in through a few crosses every now and then, and everyone gets excited, and then he goes back on the physio bench. So yeah, man, they were poor. They were real poor. Chelsea, they did what they had to do. Good tactics, play on the counter attack. On Man City, they were bad. And for me, I was like, obviously Liverpool's going to win the title anyway, innit? It's not like Man United were challenging them, so whatever in it, by the by. But I just needed at least a draw. Just a draw. Drop some points, Chelsea. Can we catch you, please? Just drop some points. But yeah, that was
Javan, did you have an apology to make to me about not believing in your own club and the American Eagle?
I don't have an apology to you, but I'm sorry. I generally thought we were going to lose that game, but Lampard proved me wrong.
Actually, real quick, why do you look like one of those gamers who, if you were a few shades lighter, you'd probably be shouting racial epithets at me over Xbox?
I don't understand. What did I do now?
No.
What did I do now?
You look. Your whole setup looks like a gaming thing. The only thing is that if you're a few things lighter, you'd be one of those gamers who are like. You look like those gamers that if you're a few shades lighter, you'd be like one of those racist Halo rich gamers that shouts racist things after they snipe kill me. But carry on.
Well, the setup is pretty much like that. It's not complete though, but yeah. Back to what I was saying, I don't have to apologize to you about that. I generally thought we're going to lose, but once again, Lampard has proved that he can get some results and he's a decent manager. We just got to stick it out and see what happens in the next week or so. No, sorry, season or so.
All right, so actually, so before we go to anything, let's just hit the super chats. From Just Beston says that I regret watching WH's video on babies. Why? HHY. Now, in case some of you don't know, obviously I have like a separate, personal YouTube channel where I just post random stuff. And I posted something about babies. And I said that babies are more intelligent than we take them for. Don't be fooled. And they cry on purpose because they're trying to bamboozle you and they trick you by making you think that, because we're babies, we should be treated like we're stupid. No, they're not stupid. They know exactly what they're doing.
You know what?
And it will be proven that babies are actually a lot more intelligent than we take them for. That's what I'm saying. Babies, trust me, babies are a lot more clever and they know what they're doing. That's what I'm saying. They know what they're doing.
Although what you're speaking there is complete nonsense, there is a little bit of something that I agree with in a sense. Sometimes I think that people speak to babies too much as if they are babies. Oh, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speak to a child.
I never do that. I never do that.
Speak to your child properly because you have to teach a child how to, speak eloquently and speak properly. You don't want your child to be 7, 8 and they're talking like they don't know how to talk because people speak to them as a baby when they're 5, 6, 7. You know what I mean? Now you have to speak. I'm speaking to my child like an adult from early. Do you know what I mean? And none of this. None of that. Tell me what you want. Stop crying. Tell me what you want. Nah, I'm joking.
No. I'm not saying that devil. If I see a bottle of alcohol with your infant, I'm calling social services, man. As in, yes, treat them like an adult, but there are levels. Don't give them all devil stuff.
No, but you know what? When babies are teething and West Indian, they might give you a little bit of rum just to, and then go to sleep. Yeah, just to soothe it and go sleep.
So Johnny Honker said that City v Arsenal last 7 games, 22 aggregates. We're gonna get there because that could probably change to 25-2 on aggregates, judging by what happens to them in that FA Cup thing. But we'll get there. So guys, look, man, we have to address this. So they finally did it. Liverpool finally became champions, man. Congrats, well done, and so forth. So my thing here is this: is that do you feel and do you believe that with them winning this Premier League, will we now see a period of dominance for Klopp and Liverpool? Not like the 23 points that they've done this season on the record-breaking season, but do you think this could be a thing of over like the next decade or so, these guys are really going to try and dominate? Or do you think that it's going to be a duopoly? Or because it's the Premier League and the kind of money that's in the Premier League, we will see Chelsea win one. You see maybe United win one, and we'll see other teams sort of get in there. So dominance, or this was just a one-off? Javen?
Listen, as Neeks knows, I do not like any one team dominating any league. And that's one thing I love about the Premier League. And I don't want it to end up turning into some farmers league like the Liga and the rest of them, where one team just wins it all the time. So if Liverpool win it next year, if they go on for a third, having problems. I didn't want City to win it at all this year. No way, because then it'll just be a farmers league. We'll be no better than the Liga. We'll be no better than the Bundesliga. We'll be no better. So I'm glad another team won it this season. And that's how I like it. I like there to be competition. I don't want it to be easy. I don't want it to just be a one team winning it all the time. So they could go ahead and win it again. I think they can. Jurgen Klopp is a brilliant manager. Brilliant. And they probably could go ahead and do it again. But that all depends on them, on if they have the drive after waiting 30 years to go again.
Nix?
You know what's funny? This same conversation happened after Man City got the Centurions, 100 points. And I was like, oh, can they dominate and win forever and ever? And I kept telling people, listen, it doesn't happen. There's no Fergies here, first and foremost. And the league has changed. It's funny, when Ferguson left, everyone was like, it's over for Man United now. They're no longer going to dominate. I was like, you're right. Nobody's going to dominate. It's not specific to us, nobody's dominating anymore. You're going to get a league winner here. And I guess over that period, since 2012 to now, over the 8 years, Man City have been the best team. They won 4 league titles, including back-to-back once. But the reality is, there's so much money going around that you just have to take every season as it comes, because you really don't know what's going to happen next season. Chelsea are the prime example of that, where they'll have a terrible season looking like absolute nothingness, and then the next year come back and win the title. That's just the way the Premier League has been for, let's say, the last 10 years, really, since Man City got the money. That's how it's been for the last 10 years. And it's going to continue. Liverpool could win it next year. I would have them as favourites to win it, and as everything stands as well. But there's no guarantee. There is absolutely no guarantee. Man City went from 100 points to winning it by 1 point. 19 points clear to win it by 1 point on the last day of the season. And so Liverpool being 20-odd points clear is no guarantee that they're going to go and win it next year, let alone by a big margin.
Devil?
Yeah, you know what? I think Neitz is right. I think in this era of Premier League football, I mean, we talk dominance. No one's really dominated the Premier League, as you said, since Fergie's time. For Liverpool to even think of doing anything like that, they have to do what Ferguson was so good at, which was adapt. And what a lot of people forget about Ferguson is he changed his assistant manager and his coaching staff a lot. When you look at his tenure, he had McLaren, he had Quiros, he had Kidd, he had this person, you know what I mean? And he always changed things. When things were going, when like Wenger came in and started changing things up, he changed. When Mourinho came, he changed. So are Liverpool willing and able to do that when there's so many different variables in what Chelsea are doing and what Man City are doing and what Man United are doing? I don't think we're in an era of football where that's going to be available to Liverpool. I don't think they're going to be able to do that. I think they will be there and thereabouts. I'm not going to say they're going to fall off, but I don't think that Liverpool will be able to adapt as easily as what Ferguson was able to do back in the day. Because we're seeing it even now, like Liverpool, if they want to buy players at the big table, for example, Werner's, they're losing out on those players because there's so many different options available. Whereas when Man United were on top of the table, they got the players they wanted. You didn't turn down Man United and go elsewhere. It didn't happen unless you were going Madrid or Barcelona or wherever. But if you was coming to England and Man United wanted you, you're going to Man United more times than not, until Chelsea started spending all that money, and then that's a different story. But for Liverpool, you know, one thing I will say about them winning the league, their fans haven't been as unbearable as I would have thought. Because if I was a Liverpool fan right now, oh boy, I'd be going in.
Wait. They've not been unbearable?
They have been going in, believe me.
No, hey, listen, for the amount of smoke I've given Liverpool fans, no one's tried to run me off Twitter. No one said nothing. No one said nothing. I'm like, what? I'm sitting there thinking it's coming soon. Sooner or later, someone's going to say something. Nothing. I've had no DMs. No one's WhatsApped me. Nothing. I'm like, wow. Okay. Yeah, you wait. If Arsenal ever win the Premier League, I'm shutting down Twitter. Shutting down Twitter.
Actually, let me ask you guys this then.
I'm not going to lie. Once again, I'm not going to lie. If Man United win the League Cup, I'm shutting down Twitter.
man, keep quiet. The boy chest are divided, man. So, okay. Let me ask you guys this then. So, obviously, when Liverpool won, they went crazy, mad, superb, and also, but obviously, you know, things kind of got out of hand, like broken glass on the grass, messed up a few buildings. Some people got into a hospital, and even the Liverpool council said that, you know, this is bad. You know, this sort of puts a stain on our victory and so forth. So, do you think that, again, because this is something that Liverpool fans have wanted so much, this was to be expected? Do you think that the Liverpool police should have expected this and already put more police forces on the streets, just because they knew that, look, it could happen. So anytime it could happen, put police forces and so forth just in it, just to sort of form a barrier. And also remember, apparently there must still be a spike, because what's it called? Leicester are in lockdown.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the reaction to it? Understandable, or they should have sort of still been able to be like, yes, it's a big thing, should have actually celebrated it in a far more respectable way?
I mean, they was always going to mash the place up. That's for some reason, in the way of the world, now when people are happy, they mash things up. I remember it happened when Philadelphia won the Super Bowl for the first time in their history. They took the streets, riot, mash up the place. For some reason, that is what people go to now. It's like, I'm so happy I'm going to mash the place up. It doesn't make no sense. So I was fully expecting that. I was fully expecting. They've waited 30 years. Of course, they're going to want to celebrate. Of course, they're going to, go to the ground and
Premier
do
League,
all of that
man.
kind
I
of
mean,
stuff.
come on, win
What do you mean
a
it's just
few
the
more,
Premier
man.
League?
Heck.
Come on, 30 years. 30 people. A lot of those people have never seen Liverpool lift that trophy in their lifetime. The team that is the biggest club in England for so long, and then Man United come and do their madness, and Liverpool just have to watch. And you think after 30 years they should just be like, "Oh, that was nice. Come on,
Come outside on Thursday, 8 o'clock, and just clap for Liverpool."
yeah, come on. Of course, they had every right to celebrate. Although obviously it's very irresponsible going in large crowds at this time. But you see the people there in Bournemouth in the beach, Southend at the beach. Come on, they got no reason to be down there. They ain't celebrating nothing. But
I was like, no one is listening to any of this stuff.
They
Man.
Celebrating the heat.
ain't like they ain't seen sun for 30 years. Do you know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, for me, like I could easily use it as a stick to beat Liverpool because, like, why not? But I'm not. I'm really not going to do that. I think give them their moment, innit? They got their enjoy it while it lasts. Because the where I'm coming from, I'm like enjoy it while it lasts because we're coming back. Now I don't know when.
What?
Relax, man. I said,
Lindelof,
I don't know when.
Fred Flintstone.
I don't know when, but we will be back. And so enjoy your time because when it's our time, I will be enjoying it and I'll leave no stone unturned. So you better take all your moment for all its glory because I'm going to be relentless when we do come back, whenever that is. Whether it's 3 more years or 30 more years, 300 more years, I'll come back or I'll haunt certain man. Enjoy it.
Javan?
Sorry, come at me again with the question. Ask me again.
Javan, you're not supposed to sniff coke. You're not supposed to sniff cocaine during
Listen, just ask me the question.
We're not supposed to sniff cocaine during
Just
live.
ask me the question.
Sniff before.
I would like to be addressed with the question.
Sniff 5 hours before, or sniff afterwards. Don't sniff cocaine while we're having
Everyone that's watching, you see
we have an
how
audience watching.
HH is always coming for me all the time. Everyone in the comments, can you see what he's doing?
So, drug user Javan, the question was, and I'll say it slowly: if were Liverpool fans right to celebrate in Liverpool the way that they did, could have celebrated a bit better because we are still living in COVID-19? Or do you think that because it's been 30 years since they sniffed a PL title, they were right to do so? Did you hear the question, Javan?
No, I would like you to repeat that again, please.
Come on, man.
This guy. Listen, yeah. If it was any other club, it would be the same thing. It's going to be hard to keep in your excitement, and plus, people are just fed up of this lockdown. Also, so people are going to be doing the most. The way how they went about it, they could have at least, tried to contain it a little bit. At least tidy up instead of leaving their trash around the place. But to be fair, they can go and celebrate on the streets if they kept their distance apart, even better. But the whole how they left the state of the place afterwards is not what I agree with, and then you can't help it. Anyone with excitement is just gonna go. Like if you tomorrow go and won the lottery, you're gonna celebrate, and maybe not on the streets with 30,000 people, but you're gonna celebrate. Like you can't. People are gonna always celebrate. So they're not wrong too. It's just how they went about in terms of leaving their trash all over the place.
Look, there is a right to there is no excuse you're gonna have to celebrate where you're wrecking places, leaving broken glass around, and putting people in hospital. I mean, sorry, there's nothing you cannot be. You say, "Oh well, I was so happy." Oh, so you're so happy you should now start killing people? Come on, man.
Sorry, guys. I just saw Terry Flew is going live. I'm absolutely busting up. The title is Liverpool. Is Liverpool the greatest EPL side of all time? I mean,
he's good at that though. He's good at that.
No. He knows what he's doing. Look.
He knows what he's doing.
Look. The guy's a banker. The guy's rich. The guy was rich. That whole stuff. So yeah, I know. Look, I know that Flowers guy. So as I said that last time he was super chat. Last time Liverpool won the league, they also believed that they were going to dominate. Here we are 30 years later. Wouldn't be surprised if they go another 30 years. You see,
I remember they had just dominated.
I love yes.
I remember the last time they won a league, they had just come off the back of a domination. So they probably had a right to feel that they were going to dominate because that's what they'd known from literally 4 years before or 3 years before. So, and just another thing, I think the last time Liverpool won the league, the very next year, a promoted side in Leeds United won the league. And Leeds are about to be promoted. So if you're a betting man, it might be worth putting a little £5 on Leeds.
We think that Leeds are going to win the league next season?
I'm just saying, history might repeat itself. Stranger things have happened.
No. That's not
comment, Terry, done deal.
All right, okay, so let's vary this around. Let's touch a bit on Spain now. So
is under review.
Can I wait? Can I?
No, you cannot.
I'm just reminding you.
Okay, all right. I know. Let me please first introduce this. Thank you. God damn. So before I was really interrupted by that bearded Afro dude, La Liga is getting tight right now. It's getting tight. I was about to say that it's getting tight or something, and I forgot that kids actually watch this thing. So that's it should not. Okay, look. So basically, it's getting tight. So Real Madrid are currently 2 points ahead, and I believe there are 6 games to go. Zidane said that they're not there. They've got 6 more finals to play. Barcelona face Atletico Madrid tomorrow night, and they face Villarreal. Shout out to your boy Samuel Chukwueze on the weekend. So it's a very simple question, guys. Do you believe that Real Madrid will finally win La Liga this season, or do you still think that Messi will produce some magic and still somehow, some way gets Barcelona to win this league? Devon.
Firstly, before we go into, I just want to say shout out Santi Cazorla. Did anyone see his touch to set up? I think it's the second goal against Valencia.
No, because like Vinicius did like an amazing control, and then the commentators said, "Oh, that's similar to Santi Cazorla's," but I didn't see Cazorla's thingy.
Oh, like that guy, we should have never have let him left. I don't care if he was playing with one leg; we should have kept him. Anyway, to answer your question, from when we looked at the fixtures last week, and I saw Real Madrid's fixtures compared to Barcelona's, I thought Real Madrid were going to win the league, and I still think they're going to win the league. I think they have a few more weapons. They're a bit more solid as a team. The midfield is definitely better than Barcelona's midfield. They've got a lot more options in there, and I think that will get them over the line. I know Barcelona have got Suarez is back now, isn't he? Yeah. So he got 2, didn't he, in the last game? I think.
His
Suarez
goal was very good second goal.
Suarez is back, so Messi has got his, he's got his comrades.
Wait, but did you see Benzema's back heel?
Yeah. I saw that. So I think Madrid will go ahead. I think Madrid will go ahead and win it. I think it will be neck and neck right to the end, but I think Madrid will just get themselves over the line, and despite Hazard rather than due to Hazard.
Javan, because I'm going to make Nick score last because I know the kind of crap is going to spout. Javan.
Listen, it's tough, man. You never know. You can turn it around. But I'm gonna go out here because I'm always on the fence. I'm gonna say that Real Madrid can actually win this now. Turn it back around. After that deal that they made with
So I'm the only guy who thinks Barcelona will still win this. Wow.
Yes, you are.
Okay, Javan, why do you believe Real Madrid are gonna take this?
They've turned it around. They've come. It was not a good start to the season for them, and they've managed to steady the ship, and they're looking very solid. And Hazard ain't even, Wait!
Why do you keep bringing up this guy Hazard? Man,
they're doing it without Hazard because Hazard is not.
Hazard. Hazard's name was not mentioned. So basically, you
No,
feel
it
Real Madrid will
wasn't.
win.
I mentioned it to let you know
Okay, thank
that
you. Real Madrid will
Hazard
win.
hasn't done anything
So,
for this
so
title.
Nick, you believe Real Madrid will win? Okay, so for the
Whoa,
next,
whoa, 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 whoa,
uh,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
so we now have
whoa,
just look
whoa,
at it quick so we can just get through this thing.
whoa. You want to talk about Benzema's back here? It reminded me of a certain Marcus Rashford the other day. No, I think. What can I? I want to see my face big on the screen, please.
No. I want to see my reaction. I want to see my reaction to that. So what?
Do you see Ronaldo's back here for Juventus? Anyway, Barcelona, they drew 2-2 with Celta Vigo. If I'm correct, Celta Vigo are like
16th.
bottom half of the bottom half.
16th.
But Celta Vigo at home are a good side.
I do know that.
Yeah. So Barcelona have not beaten them there in 5 years.
Well, the longer that run continues, better, isn't it? But no, Messi and Cole can't turn it around. Messi have been carrying Barca, and they are 2 points behind. They've got, what do you say, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal next. I expect Real Madrid after the next 2 games to be at least 4 points clear of Barcelona, which means that for me that's done and dusted. 4 points clear with 4 games to go, maybe after that. I think that would be too much for Barca to come back from. And I'm saying at least 4 points clear, i.e. they'll drop 2 points in one of those games there. Real Madrid they're not scintillating. It's one of the more, without being disrespectful, one of the more boring Real Madrid sides we've seen in the last, 6-7 years. But it's more effective than Barcelona, and that's all they need to be to win the league title, just more effective, because equally, it's one of the worst Barcelona sides in the last 7 to 10 years. So I think Zidane will do it. And if Zidane does this, when are we going to really start putting respect on Zidane? When I say respect, I think people respect him because of who he is in football, but you don't really hear his name spoken about when we talk about the best managers. We assume that the three-peat was fluke. It was just due to the players. But the reality is, in all the years they won it, they weren't the best team in Europe. I mean, they didn't win the league in all but, they only won the league in one of those 3 years, if I'm correct. Yeah. And he would have 2 league titles. He would have 3 Champions Leagues. We have to really start saying, you know what? Maybe
I think we need to put a bit more respect.
Not just that, but isn't it 3 Champions League and 2 league titles in like 4 or 5 years? So how many full seasons has he had as a manager? Is it 4 full seasons?
Is this his?
Or 5?
I don't think this was a full season. I think he took over from Solari, I think.
Yeah. So this is his 4th full season.
Correct.
And he's got 3 Champions Leagues and possibly 2 league titles. We got to have a conversation.
We really have a conversation.
Because
we can talk about, they had Ronaldo, they had this, they had managers previously and managers since have had Ronaldo, have had great players around them, and they've done this. If Zidane was, say, at a Liverpool or a Man United and did this, or even a Barcelona, nobody questions Pep's greatness other than maybe have hope. Nobody really questions Pep's greatness. Vern does as well, to be fair. Despite him having Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, a star-studded team.
Checkbook manager.
Yet we question Zidane's because he had a star-studded team. I think we have to have a real conversation about Zidane if he wins the league.
I agree.
All right, so let me just okay. So we need to put some respect on Danny Ings' name. Thank you for super chats, Mr. Rodney. How many goals? Because I keep on hearing this guy's name proper, and I've lost count. How many goals does he have?
Is it 16 league goals?
Yeah, 1 behind Vardy.
Is it 1 behind Vardy? So he's on more than Aubameyang.
Yeah. He's second.
So who's the top scorer in the Premier League this season?
Vardy.
17.
Wow. So how's that? So he's got 16 goals and Southampton are right down at the bottom?
They're okay now.
Or are they? They're only...
They're okay now. They're only a few points behind us. They're right behind us.
40 points.
If they'd have
Double
beat
H's
us, they'd have went above
Griezmann
us.
hate is racial.
Well, here we go. Here we go again.
So wait, I'm sorry. This narrative is wrong. I am not racist to white people or white blonde people. I just think that Erling Haaland is a slightly crap football player, and Griezmann is a side chick. That's not racist. It is what it is. I'm sorry. As I say, Barca sacked Valverde for a dude named Setien. LOL. Look, I was
sorry,
that Valverde should never have been sacked, and the fact that you're replacing him with some guy from the road called Sententien, you're not seeing what's happening. So, guys, let's now move over to the.
Vardy's got 19, and Danny is on 18.
Oh,
wow!
And neither play for England. One had to retire due to the lack of opportunities, and Ings was in the squad like once when he was at Liverpool.
Yeah, maybe.
And never again.
Oh, and to add to that, Danny Ings doesn't even take penalties, or hasn't scored a penalty, should I say?
Yeah, Ings has 18, Vardy has 19. Yeah, and so no, they don't take. Yeah, Ings doesn't take any penalties, and he's playing for Southampton.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Southampton thing you kind of balance it out, because it's like when, for example, Andy Johnson was playing at Crystal Palace. It's a good example. Because you're the only person who's going to ever get any goals for us to stay up, everything goes to you. Whereas an Aubameyang, who isn't even playing through the middle, he's playing out wide, and the theory is that there's other quality players around him that everything doesn't have to go through. Or say, I said the theory. Or Sergio,
we'll get on to that.
Yeah, him. There's Sterling. There's Mahrez, etc. So it could be a benefit playing for a team where you are
the focal point. All right, so the FA Cup draw was made. So again, obviously, we saw. Actually, well, before we even go to the FA Cup draw, I suppose City Newcastle, like it is what it is. It is what it was. I mean, basically, the highlight of the City Newcastle game was Steve Bruce basically doing that whole thing with we've signed De Bruyne and everything, and people thought it was actually real. I was like, guys, are you brainless? Even if City have the ban, De Bruyne may still leave. But so let's just look at these games one by one. So let's maybe start off first with United against Norwich. And Nix, I've got a question for you. Great question for you. I know that obviously you like to talk. You like to go into your whole mouthpiece. So this is one for you to yap your gums to. Shout out to my Nigerian brother. This one's said by Ighalo. I insulted him, I inducted him, and I wanted to fight him after the 2018 World Cup. I did. I was prepared to have a punch up with him and actually beat him up based on what he did in the 2018 World Cup, because you could have sent out Argentina from the group stages. And do you know how golden my tweets would be in 2020 if Messi couldn't even get through to the groups and Nigeria wants to do that? My Twitter would be gold. I would destroy these loser fanboys. But it is what it is. He has been very good for Man United. So maybe you now understand these things for me personally. So of course, again, just to review the thing, it was Ighalo who scored the first goal. Then Norwich came back, Cantwell, and then your boy Maguire got the winning goal. But again, Ighalo, he scored again. He scored
scored in every start so far for Man United.
Yeah. So do you think Ole should try to push with, is it Shanghai Shenhua or who is it?
Yeah, Shanghai.
So basically, should he push with Shanghai Shenhua to try and make this deal permanent because he's a good plan B? Or you think that you're happy to let him go in January because you can find someone else? Will you find someone else who is a good plan B?
Put like this, as it stands, if he was going to go back at the end of the season, I wouldn't be too disappointed in that, as long as we get someone as to replace him as backup, or just another option. In terms of January, I need to see a bit more from him to say go out and sign him, like actually spend what they're going to want, 20 million for him.
Okay. So his contract runs out in January.
For us, he runs out in January. Yeah. So we've extended the loan until January. So I need to see a bit more to say, all right, go out and spend 20 million plus 100, maybe 150, maybe 200,000 pound a week, because he's on 300,000 a week. We're currently paying him 100,000, and Shanghai paying the rest. If we're to sign him, we're going to have to at least give him 150 realistically. I need to see a bit more to say, yeah, go and do that, because there are other players out there. And I know he's a very good plan B in terms of his style of play. But we've got Martial as the main striker. Greenwood is a number 9. There's other strikers out there like Moussa Dembele from Lyon, who would be maybe double the price, maybe about 40 million, depending on how the market is coming up, and also younger as well. So I need to see maybe a bit more, especially in the Premier League, because a lot of the games, well, all the games that he started are in the FA Cup or Europa League. So I need to see a bit more in the Premier League. But maybe I don't really want to see a bit more, because if I see more from him in the Premier League, it might mean that Martial's injured. So I'm kind of just happy as him with a backup doing his bit off the bench. It needs to be a good deal for us, really, to go out and sign him. But I think if we do sign him, for me, I'll be a bit underwhelmed in the sense that it's like Man United taking a shortcut again, trying to get something under the table, a little cheap deal, so we don't have to splash out for the better players out there.
All right. So I'm just so Josh Beston thinking Super Chat says today is a celebration. Buffon signed a new contract. It's not a celebration. Today is a disgrace, because this dude wants to
respect your elders.
I don't give a damn. I don't. This is one time in which I'm going to be on Nigerian and be like, no, I'm going to disrespect this elder. Wait, what? Who the hell do you think? This guy he's fully in his 40s. He's fully in his 40s, and he's laughing in my face that yes, I'm in my 40s, I'm still going to play. I was like, are you sick?
I think
starting.
He's going to play.
This 40-year-old starts games for Juventus.
He played.
The guy's sick in the head. Devil. Oh, it was close, but Danny Thebas, he came through. Injury time to beat Sheffield United. So, do you think that there again? It's been a difficult season for Arsenal, very hard, up and down. But do you think that maybe against all odds, because of course it's Man City facing that, maybe an FA Cup victory can perhaps be on the horizon, and that can somehow soften the blow on what has been a difficult season for Arsenal?
Obviously, I'm not too confident going into this Man City game, but the last time we played them in the FA Cup, we beat them in the final, and we were massive underdogs in that game. FA Cup's different, and we have got pedigree in that competition. We're the most successful team in the competition's history. I think this is our 30th semi-final. We got lucky against Sheffield United. Sheffield United gave us a ton of problems defensively. We were a bit all over the place. I think Martinez played well, made some good saves in goal. I like him. He looks assured. He's got this kind of thing about him that reminds me of Lehmann. This kind of thing where Lehmann used to do madness. He'll pass the ball and it would almost get intercepted or whatever. And the defender would turn around and he'd go, "No, it's cool, man. I know what I'm doing. It's cool. Don't worry." And Martinez has that same kind of aura about him, which sometimes can be a bit scary, but at least he doesn't look panicked. I think in terms of the game, well, as soon as I saw Lacazette starting, I was like, and then when I saw that he had the captain's armband, I was like, we are a joke. This club is a circus. It's an absolute circus. And, Lacazette, he did win the penalty, but other than that, he didn't do nothing. As soon as Eddie came on, he looked 10 times better in the 15 minutes.
Wait. So who was captain?
Lacazette was captain.
What?
Is that it? Bro, the club is a joke. But I could do a whole hour-long show about Arsenal Football Club and how much of a joke you are, how we're letting go of two of our best youngsters at the moment, because Saka's probably going to leave. We haven't done that contract. Yeah, his contract's up at the end of the season.
Is it?
And we've given Luiz an extension, Ceballos an extension, Pablo Mari, who's out for the season, we signed him to, I think it's a 4-year contract or something stupid. And we haven't done Saka or Aubameyang.
Couldn't we get like a little swap deal, Angel Gomez for Bukayo Saka?
Well, there's talk that Liverpool are interested in Saka. And if I was Saka and I looked at what Oxlade-Chamberlain has done, I'd be like, yeah, all right, I'm gone. Do you know what I mean? So the club's a joke.
I think he should stay at Arsenal because he will definitely get games at Arsenal, 100% get game time. And it's still, as bad as Arsenal are, it's still top Premier League side. So it's not like, by playing for Liverpool, granted you're playing on the clock, but by playing against, week in, week out, against men, proper competition, he's going to get better. So I think should stay. He should go or stay wherever.
Yeah, but then the club has to show you that they want you to stay.
Yeah.
And the fact that his contract's still running down and I don't even think we're in talks. To me, that doesn't show much faith in him. Do you know what I mean? If I would be knocking on the door saying, "Look at these performances I'm putting in. I've played every game since we come back from lockdown. I've started and I've played well. Where's my contract?" Louise got sent off, gave away a penalty, made bare mistakes, and you give him a contract.
Yeah,
where's mine? Do you know what I mean? So to go back to the FA Cup thing and the Man City game, everyone's saying how Man City beat us up all the time, and they do in the league. But generally, when we play in the cups against the big teams, we generally play a little bit better. Don't know what it is. Probably because we don't play our first team, and our youngsters tend to do better.
2017, you beat Man City, then Chelsea to win it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's a semi-final. We beat Man City, and we beat Chelsea in the final. Yeah. So we tend to do well in the FA Cup. So I will go into it with that hope of the FA Cup giving us a bit of a oomph. So although I'm not necessarily optimistic about the game, I won't be 100% pessimistic. I won't be like Javerne and say we're going to get smashed.
So speaking of the pessimistic Javerne, so Javerne, man, what did you make of? Actually, okay. Let me stop. Let me stop at this time. Javerne, what do you make of Ross Jeremiah Barkley?
I said Jeremiah Barkley. I'll address that. I just want to address this comment first by added 3. That says, "Does the restart show?" I'm not sure if you can see that. Have help. If you could just fling that up quickly.
Role reversal, you see. Used to be Javerne.
Yeah, we reversed, man.
Yeah. Does the restart show that the Prem is overhyped with no fans, no overproduction? We've watched some terrible matches. This question is I don't want to be offensive, but
be offensive, man. There's terrible matches. You're calling Adaj a pimp.
People haven't played.
What do you say? You said Adaj is a wife beater. Is that what she said? You see, what? A wife beater? Adaj, are you going to take us from this dude? Carry on, speak, talk.
What I'm saying is, I think this is a bit silly because if someone hasn't played for how many weeks, like, what do you expect? What kind of playing do you expect? And for your information, there's been actually some good games. So I don't know where you're going with that. I just wanted to address that. I don't know how football could be
produced.
It was overproduction. How can football
because
be?
Because Premier League is glitzy. He's trying to say that the Premier League is all. Basically, say that the Premier League is like a really sexy lady, but when you meet her, you find out that she has a penis. Okay. That's what it's trying to say.
So what you're telling me is BT and Sky and them not be like, okay, I want Hazard when he was in the Prem to pass the ball nicely over there to the left, and then we're gonna cut into a hero shot so we can capture. Is that basically what you're saying?
That's exactly
what I said. Exactly what I said, and it's exactly.
So you're saying it's scripted, and that they bid for the title. They bid for the title.
Basically, the Premier League is like WWE. It's the same thing.
Pretty much. Which is, and I am a huge WWF fan. Screw the World Wildlife Fund, you losers. Like, what's it called? I love the WWF, but it's fake. It's not real. You know?
Yeah. No. So, but one thing to say about that comment is Filthy Fellas retweeted something for Troy Deeney's birthday of that clip, the Watford versus Leicester playoff semi-final clip, the famous one, which still gives me goosebumps to this day. And when I watched that, I felt sad because I was like, will we ever see scenes like this again in football? Because without the crowd, imagine that same thing happened and there was no crowd. Yeah. That would have never have had the same ever.
No, we just and it's a crazy thing because it's like with the way that you're hearing Florida, California, even in China, a few cities they're just seeing a bit of a surge. Who knows when next? Because even already, like Germany said, no, like at the very least, no fans till 2021. At the very least, But are we going to live in a world where, like, even like my work as well and everything of how we're now working and everything, are we going to actually live in a world where we're not going to see fans for like another year or more. That's crazy.
Yeah, but even when they do come back, you're not going to put 60,000 people in a stadium. Hell no. It's for Emirates, for example, which probably won't affect us anyway because our attendances are never that great. But if you have the Emirates, which can seat 60-odd thousand, they'll probably allow 15,000 at most in, and one stand will have to be emptied out before the other stand, and a staggered leaving and all that kind of stuff. It's not going to be this. It's not going to be okay. Give it a year and then we're back to as it was. This is going to be. It's going to take a while before you can have that amount of people in one place at one time.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but I did see something because I think so. New Zealand announced that they were like COVID-19 free, and they actually, I don't know whether they still have, but they actually have gone back to all of their rugby games, full crowds, full people in all of their stadiums.
Yeah, but didn't they have like 3 cases of COVID-19 the whole time, something like that? The whole country, there's about 6 people. So that's different.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
True.
That's different.
Okay, so Javan, talk to me about Ross Barkley, man.
Well done on him. He's done his thing, got his goal. The thing is that this guy has glimpses of good moments. He's not the best. He's definitely not on my starting list for players. He's not on my starting 11 for sure.
Oh, wow.
He's not.
I know. I'm just saying that's shocking because I would have thought that Ross Barkley would make your starting 11. So I'm shocked.
He will not make my starting 11. But he does his thing now and then. Under Sarri, I guess when things were really bad, it was just frustrating seeing him play sometimes because it was just horrible. But you know what? No, he doesn't. He's not on my team.
Okay. Actually, so before we just get before FA Cup talk, so from Rodney, thank you for the super chat. Says Arsenal said last week the deal is closed. Relax, Deb. So what is he referring to?
He's talking about Saka. He must be talking about Saka.
So,
but you know why I get so vexed.
Saka.
You know why I get vexed about this thing is because we lost Gnabry. We've lost many young players who have got a lot of promise. We lost Benakir, who's now at AC Milan. We lost Daniel Malin, who's gone back to PSV and he's smashing at PSV. And these players we got nothing for. It's not like we lost them because they went for 30 million or for 20 million, like what Chelsea were doing with their youngsters. Those 3 players I just mentioned, I think we got 5 million for all 3 of them. And that was for Gnabry, who's now probably worth 60, 70 million, if not more. We're losing Balogun, who's a young striker coming through the ranks because he doesn't want to sign a contract. We're going to have to sell him. And he is a proper baller. And he will probably go to another club, hopefully outside of England. But if he stays in England, he'll go to a club that are probably going to be directly in competition with us in terms of trying to get into the top 4, top 6, wherever we're at. So it's frustrating because we can't get good deals for youngsters, but we keep losing them. That shouldn't be the case. If we're not getting good deals, we should be keeping them. And we're signing players like Lacazette for big money. And we've got these youngsters coming through who we're just losing. And, we all know we don't have money. So when we are spending money and we're wasting it, it's just frustrating.
Okay. So United against Chelsea. So obviously that's the big FA Cup semi-final game. Now, I need an accurate answer here. So how many times has Gollum beaten Lampard this season? This season. It's not 4.
3.
It's 3.
4-0, 2-1, 2-0.
Yeah, 3 times.
And to extend it further, we haven't lost to Chelsea in our last 6 games over the last 2 years.
Okay, then. So
FA Cup magic.
Kick things off. FA Cup final. Are you confident that United will fluke their way to a victory, or do you think it's going to be?
I'm not confident that we'll fluke our way to victory. I trust my team will do the job, and the job is beating Chelsea. Now it ain't going to be easy, of course, but you know what? The torment that we had faced from Chelsea between 2012 to about 2017. I don't think we won a game in those 5 years. A lot of that was to do with Hazard. So much so that Mourinho, I think it was Mourinho, put Ander Herrera like literally in Hazard. He was pretty much just inside him. Like no, he was. Hazard couldn't go anywhere without him. Went toilet, beating his wife, no violence. Herrera was there. Shower, Herrera was there. Interview, Herrera was there. So Hazard was a problem. He was a problem in the last win, which was the 2018 final. I mean, everyone was a problem for Phil Jones, but he won the penalty and scored the penalty. And yeah, I think without him, the way that Solskjaer has played against the bigger teams, the onus is on Lampard. Lampard to change his style to combat Solskjaer, because Solskjaer has shown that whether it's Man City, whether it's even Liverpool to an extent, you know, in the first game, Old Trafford, the only team at that point to take any points off them. Against Chelsea, of course, when the bigger team, we let you have the ball and we hit you on the counter-attack because we got the pace to do that. Is Lampard going to change his way to make sure to counter that counter-attacking football? So the onus is on him. Solskjaer, I think we know what he's gonna do, even with like Pogba and Bruno on the team.
Oh, this is interesting. Dean Classic, thank you for the super chats. Is Javan doing a Michael Jackson voice? So Javan, people obviously, I think they admire your very high-pitched voice. So Javan, are you doing a Michael Jackson voice? And if you are, why are you doing a Michael Jackson voice? Can you please answer this question? Thank you.
I think I am. I don't know. I think I am. I think maybe I am. Maybe I am. Maybe.
Okay. So why are you doing a Michael Jackson voice? Why aren't you talking in your real voice? Because I think your real voice is fine the way it is. I don't think you need to mimic anyone. I think you should be proud about your own voice.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Just, it's a simple question. Can you just answer this in a straight way? Why
I am answering straight way.
You just said you're
I'm
using
doing the Michael Jackson voice.
Why aren't you using your own voice? Can you please answer the question, please?
Maybe he likes Michael Jackson's voice.
Because I like how I'm speaking right now.
Yeah. There you go. You tell him, Javan.
Yeah, Javan, you tell. Look, man, guys, even if he has a high-pitched voice or anything, respect all voices and everything. You don't have to dog a guy on his voice or something. Javan has a voice.
Is this better for everyone? Is this better for everyone? No, say something. Is this better for everyone? Does everyone want to hear me like this? What? I don't know.
Javan, please, can you please revert back to your other voice? That was genuinely frightening.
Be a voice actor, so I might as well. Does this help? How do you want me to sound like this?
Okay,
do you want me to sing to you all now? I can try that. Yeah, that's what.
Okay, Javan, I'm begging you, please. I think, guys, please, your voice is cool because there is no way in hell I'm doing a show with that voice. Please, I'm begging you. I'm doing a show with that voice. Okay, so Javan, Chelsea against.
Wait, hold
United.
on. I can hear music and I don't know where I'm hearing it. Oh, I know where I'm hearing it from.
So Chelsea against United. Thoughts?
Hold on, give me a second.
What the heck?
There we go. I just couldn't. No, something was playing in my ear.
Yeah. Chelsea against United. Thoughts.
Yeah, we got this. I say we got this because I'm being confident, and I want us to win. It will just be really good for Lampard. So I'm gonna be confident this time and say that we're gonna win, and that's it. If I continue speaking, I'm going to end up saying we're going to lose, so we're going to win.
Wow. Okay, Dev, how do you see this game in Chelsea United, man?
You know what? I think it's an interesting one because both managers, as well as Arteta, I suppose, have all been doubted. And you look at the FA Cup semi-final, you got Lampard, who everyone doubted and said, "Oh, is he the right man for Chelsea? Can he do this? Can he do that?" Solskjaer has been ostracized from all sorts of places, saying that he's not the right man. He's, what has he done? Look at his record at Cardiff and blah blah blah. FA Cup semi-final, still in the Europa League. Do you know what I mean? Arteta, everyone's like, yeah, he's coming in under Pep, but a lot of fans outside of Arsenal were like, yeah, he just got the job because he knows Pep. Is he doing better than Emery? Blah, 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 and all this stuff. And we're in the FA Cup semi-final. So all three of those managers have a massive kind of opportunity to tell people to shut their mouths. But to go on to the Man United-Chelsea game, Solskjaer has had his number this season. This could be the one where Lampard turns it around. I think Man United got a lot of weapons though, man. When I think of Man United going forward, I think of Rashford, Martial, Bruno, Pogba, even Greenwood coming off the bench. Because Greenwood for me is that boy is different. He's special. But then Man United are also quite solid at the back, which a lot of people don't give them credit for. They've kept a lot of clean sheets. They haven't conceded many goals. If they can get the defenders fit, I think that they could really frustrate Chelsea. And I think Man United will get to the final, and I think it will be an old school Arsenal Man United final. That's what I'm going to go for.
Oh wow!
That's what I'm going to go for.
Wow!
You know what? So before you come in, I don't know if you're going to go on to the Arsenal Man City, but I actually want Man United Man City final. I actually want Man City in the final for multiple reasons. I actually think if Arsenal get to the final, Arsenal will win. Like, if Arsenal get past Man City, they will win the FA Cup. 100%. No,
I would not actually know what's. See, that's it. I think that's it. Is like I'm not sure whether I don't think they get past Man City, but if they do, based on how their season has gone and so forth, they could probably beat either Chelsea United in that final, if it's a final, just based on just what they are. And Arsenal do have this kind of FA Cup thing that they always have. I just don't think they can get past Man City.
You see, if we did get past City and Chelsea beat Man United, I think Chelsea win the cup. I think Chelsea have this thing over us. Chelsea have this thing, especially when you look at what happened last season in the Europa League final. Like, I know we're crap against most of the big sides, but we usually play well against a Man United, or we can play well against a Man City on the off chance. Chelsea, we usually play really, really bad. I think the only time I remember us playing well was the first game. Was it the first game of last season or the second game of last season? We still lost.
Yeah.
But we were the better side.
Against who?
Stamford Bridge, Chelsea. Stamford Bridge. I think, second game, yeah.
Against Man City.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, it has been swell. It has been good. But again, so just...
Quickly. Just a reminder, obviously, start and end how we, the same. Hazard is under review. Hazard is under review.
Yeah, no, and understand that. Why are you bringing the do this? So, guys, before we go, again, before I was really interrupted, guys, remember, guys, sign up to become a patron. The patron is how you can support us for all the lovely stuff that we give you. We would really, really appreciate if you can sign up, become a patron, be part of our exclusive content base, and just show your support and show your love. So to become a patron, to support the Football Dugout, to support all four of us, in giving you this quality football content, even with this Dugout with a flipping voice changer, click on the link below in the description box.
Like
become a patron. Click on the description in the link in the description box below. Any final words, guys, before we fly away like phoenixes?
Which voice do you want? This one or the bass? What
Javan,
do you want? That's what I wanted to say. That's what
the female voice. Keep the female voice. I want the female voice, please. Thank you. I want the high pitched voice, please.
No, I'm just. No, my final words is like, get used to it. It's how I speak, and it is what it is. If you want to come out in the comments, come at me. You're all keyboard warriors anyway. If you're gonna come at me in the comments, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
but yeah.
And my final word is put £5 on Leeds to win the Premier League next season. And remember, when you win, I want a share of your winnings.
So let me ask this. So if I put £5 and I lose £5, will you give me back £10? £5 for me putting in, and also £5 for emotional distress.
No, why would I do that? That's just stupid. That's your money. Did I take your £5 and take you to the bookies and to tell you to put it on? No, I just give you a bit of advice.
No. But you're an influencer.
If you take that advice and you win, I'm coming for my money.
But you're an influencer and you influenced me wrong, so it is what it is. You had your hand up, Nix.
If Solskjaer wins the FA Cup, I'm coming on here and I'm singing Ollie's at the wheel for a straight hour from start. Anything you ask me,
so let me get this straight. Nix, let me get this straight. You've gone from battling for the Premier League title, trying to battle for the guys in Europe, to now celebrating a Tin Cup win.
Hey. FA Cup is a big trophy, man.
A big trophy.
Yeah.
A big trophy. Respect it.
Guys,
Like you should respect Buffon.
peace out. Stay tuned. Remember, guys, sign up to become a patron. Sign up to become a Football Dugout patron. Sign up. Thanks for the guys who signed up already. Sign up, guys. Peace out. Stay true. Stay real. And we're out. Peace. And